It's good that we're all here. We're going to start with the mandatory COVID stuff. It's part of life, so we're going to do what we got to do. Mandatory masks, face coverings, if you're within. Okay, I'd like to start by giving a big thank you to all the volunteers that put this thing on. You wouldn't believe what all they had to do this year, and we're thankful to have every one of them. And it's a 100% volunteer run. And I didn't write this, so please remember to be nice to all your course officials, especially the ones in the blue shirts, okay? Also, a big thank you to all of our active military and veterans for their service to our country. As a small token of appreciation for active military personnel, we'll offer you free entry to the event, and lunch is on us. Just see a blue shirt, and we'll take care of that. Least we can do. Speed Week is organized by Bonneville Nationals, Inc. And your 2020 board is Chairman Pat McDowell, that's me. Vice Chair and SCTA Rep Bill Lattin. Secretary is Rick Head. Treasurer is Heather Black. Dry Team Supervisor Jim Dunn. Sponsorship Ron Main.
The Bureau of Land Management and the Utah Department of Natural Resources, the Utah is signed an agreement to enable to create and restore the Bonneville program. It will be a 10-year program to increase the amount of salt brine by pumping during the winter months to over 1 million tons a year. Right now we're pumping 300,000 tons.
All right.
Somebody being carried off right there.
Okay, on behalf
Haven't
of Hot
started
Rod
racing
Magazine,
yet.
I'd like to introduce Ron Main to present the Hot Rod Trophy.
Make it short, the Hot Rod Magazine trophy was presented in 1949. It's a who's who of the racing world. And our recipient for last year, I met George Poteet. He came out a couple decades ago, I think on a power tour, and saw the salt flats and fell in love. He immediately bought a 27 flathead roadster for the next year, and then another roadster. But I teamed up with George and said, George, you ought to be in a streamliner or a belly tank. The roadsters are, and he said, I couldn't drive a streamliner. And anyway, he's won this trophy 8 times. And George, he does so much for everyone. George, right down there, raise your hand. Stand next to the trophy, George, so you can take a picture. And thanks so much for all you do. George makes my day.
Okay, just got through with a meeting, and we're going over. They're going to have the rookie course orientation over at course 2. As you can see, it tells you each one. There's course 1, there's course 2. So what's going to happen? We're going to go down to course 2 like this, and it'll have a turn in, and some years they have 4 courses, so you'd have 1 and 2, and you have 3 and 4, and they'll have turn-ins, and each one of the courses have 2 lanes. You usually select one of the 2 lanes. So we're going in staging. Says form 2 lines, rookie. And this is for the rookie here in this one. Next year it could be that there's 500 entries here and they have 4 lanes. So this, and the map shows that this is timed out for both courses for 5 miles. but depending on what you're doing, like for my speeds, I'd only be running, for us, we're only going to be running to the 3 mile. And we'll see what they're going to let the rookies run. They may change it and let the rookies run 2 miles, I don't know. We'll see when we get up here. But we're going to go down there. They're going to line everybody up behind a van so we can do that. And I don't know where that van is. We're going to try to find it. At this point, we have a problem with the audio, so basically we're given the go ahead to follow the inspectors out there. They'll be talking to you on the CB radio. And the way they let you know that you can hear them is they'll have you turn your flashers on so you can hear them. And they'll explain to you about where the course is, left and right. The blue line is the center line of the course. If you have, once you finish your rookie run, you'll run to the 2 mile, then you'll take you'll turn off and go to the right towards the red flags in this case. And if you have a problem during the run, they'll have you turn off to the left towards the tower, or if something happens to the bike, so they know. The crew that's going to come pick you up, they'll have to, and they'll tell you about that a little bit later on in the video. But they'll walk you down the course, all the way down the course to the 2 mile. You'll turn around, then they're going to come back, and they're going to speak briefly to you and answer any kind of questions you have. And I'll play some of that video here so you can hear some of those conversations. I'm not going to play that all because it lasts about an hour.
Yeah.
Howdy.
Welcome.
RSTT.
Speed Week 2020.
Like this 300.
I am Pete Bellich, Rookie Orientation Coordinator. I see most of you have your yellow armbands. You've registered. I heard this morning that they are, I don't know why, not letting you register until you do rookie orientation. I thought I stopped that 3 years ago. There's no reason why we can't take your money before you do rookie orientation. So we'll try to straighten that out for you. From the top, vehicle inspections. Take your vehicles to inspect, get them signed off. Make sure all your registration, your inspection forms are properly filled out, correct class. No changes are allowed after you leave the start line. All drivers and crew must have armbands, okay? Green armband is a must. That's your COVID release. That'll let you on the salt. Crew members must have a red armband while you're in the staging lanes. No exceptions, okay? Drivers have a yellow armband. They will be checking them on the line. So if your yellow armband came off for any reason and you don't have it, they may pull you out of line. Make sure. Go ahead and line up in the staging lanes. There's no pre-stage as there was in the past. Just go line up. Okay, try to keep the lines nice and tight. Don't leave any breaks. There's line stewards to help you kind of fill in. Try to keep everything moving. When you are in line and you're getting up near the front, you need to be ready at least 3 cars back. Be in your vehicle. Belted, buckled, helmet, everything ready to go. Okay, if you have a bike, be ready, say 3 vehicles back. Have your leathers, have your helmet ready. Make sure you're in the shade. Shade is essential out here. Okay? You may only leave when the starter gives you the signal. Okay? When the starter gives you the signal, that means when they find a clear course, when everybody's off, they're going to point to you. That doesn't mean go. That means the course is yours. Make sure your crew is ready and they have an understanding of your starting procedures. The course is yours, okay. The crew's going to come to you and let you know when your vehicle is ready to go. Leave when you're ready, okay? Don't leave because they pointed to you and, I got to go now. No, when you're comfortable, all you newbies here, leave when you're ready.
So as soon as you get off of the course, shut the bike off. Is that correct?
That is
on
correct.
This side of the cone?
There is no driving of your vehicles back to the pit.
I got it.
The only place that you can run your vehicle under power, driving it, is on the course. Okay, you must shut it down. You must be towed back. If you have a motorcycle, there's no more tow straps. You cannot be towed by a tow strap any longer. So back of a vehicle, back of a trailer, whatever. I've seen some pretty clever pushing by another bike.
Where there's a little confusion is you don't have to kick out the ignition as you're coming off the course. Make sure you've got enough juice to get
Please.
just on the other side of these flags right here. That denotes the return road. So if you're a little too far that side of the flags, we can't send the next car.
Push off. Get off and start, Barney Rubble. Do.
And so,
Get off.
yeah, you don't want to be under power on this return road trying to get closer to the start line so your crew can get to you quicker. That's a big no-no.
Your first run, under 150, okay? It's timed between the 1 and the 2. Now, we do have a 5-mile course. This is a combo course. This is a short course or a long course. Okay, your first run is under 150. Your state, country, whatever planet you're from, driver's license is good to 125. Okay, so your first licensing run is from 126 to 149 or 150? 149. 149. After you've made your successful rookie runs, if you want to license up or if you want to just do that one, the procedure is you go to the time slip stand, which is the announcer stand across from the tower at the 3rd mile. That is across from the pits on the return road. There's a big orange tower set up there. That's where all the timing slips are coming from. There's not going to be a time slip stand over here like there usually is when we have 4 courses. So there's only one time slip stand, okay? Procedure is, once you've made your rookie run, typically you go get your time slip, you go back to the starter that started you, have them sign that off, you bring it to the, registration has the licenses.
So to be clear, the 2nd mile is where you start shutting down and safely get off the course.
Thank you.
So,
Good.
sir, how does it work if we're doing two riders?
Well, that's it.
I'm sorry?
How do you guys know we've got 2 riders on board if we're alternating to get our licenses?
The tower knows.
Tower will know.
Yes. And let the starter know which rider is on the bike or which driver is in the car.
They'll tell.
Okay, we've got 2 drivers on our entry. This is the driver in the car. They're making their rookie pass. And then the starter will tell the tower. Then you can make your rookie pass and then repeat the same process for the next driver rider.
Awesome, thank you.
Also,
Good question.
we were told
The only place that you can run your vehicle under power, driving it, is on the course.
Turn it off. Please realize that there's other crews coming back and forth both directions. It's not a freeway, it's not packed. But try and be a little aware, shoot for a big red flag and then see if somebody in a pickup truck is hauling ass, like, uh-oh, take it easy. Crews got to remember, the race vehicles always have the right of way. All the crews are brand new, just like the drivers. Please remember that behind a lot of these vehicles is a parachute.
Okay, if your car is not running or vehicle is not running right, if you're shooting ducks all the way down the course and you know it, don't go just to get your time slip.
Please.
Because everybody knows. Don't be that guy or that person to drive all the way down the course with your car not or vehicle not running right just to get a time slip. That will be documented. Again, don't be that guy. If you spin out, if you spin, okay, stop. Stop. Don't attempt to drive off. You will typically be surrounded by
All of us.
everybody. Before you go out onto the course.
Likewise, if you're not paying attention and the tower calls you on the CB to go get your vehicle off, you need to pay attention to that as well.
Yes. Very good point. Very good point. CB channel 1. Over on course 1. I believe it's channel 2. On course 5. Thank you.
You guys are paying
You guys are
attention.
paying attention.
All right, that was a test.
I like that. So, course 1, channel 1.
Your crew walk up to the starter when you're 2 or 3 back in line and ask them what channel they're on.
They may not have changed the board. There's a board up front that tells you. Just make sure.
In the starting line, there will be officials with orange hats or white shirts. If you have questions, feel free to ask them for help. If you don't understand, we're here to help you. So just find someone with an orange hat that says official, inspector. We're in the line. We're going to be in the lanes, helping.
Look for an orange hat. Look for an orange hat.
Sort of orange.
We're here to help.
At the end of the day, at the end of today, if we're like in line, can we leave the trailer with the bike in it or the vehicle in it for tomorrow?
After it's shut down?
Yeah, after
Yes,
shut-
you can.
Okay.
That will hold your place in line for the next day. However, you need to park it to the outside of the lane because there's going to be backup runs or record
runs.
coming up the middle.
Gotcha.
You got to leave space for them.
Turnout marks.
Yes.
There are cones.
So the groomed turnouts have these black pylons that are maybe 3 or 4 feet high. That's where you can see, if you see those little black pylons, not the quarter miles, those are garbage bags. You see the little pylons that are black, those means there's a groomed turnout right around there.